To talk to you here about how I harnessed the power of Tony Robbins coaching to instantly begin losing weight by making this one change. And it is not less calories or more exercise. In this 15-minute training, I'm going to walk you through the two most powerful weight loss techniques you can apply today that I developed from decades of immersing myself in Tony Robbins content. And these things have nothing to do with exercise. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Claire, Tony Robbins isn't a fitness coach. And you're right, but I am a fitness coach, and I am telling you that once I began applying these techniques into the context of nutrition and exercise as a personal trainer and nutritionist, weight loss started melting off. Really, those first two pictures took 3 months to transform, and then the second two pictures took me another 4 months until I was competing in bodybuilding shows. And best of all, when I started applying these techniques in my coaching business with my clients, the changes across the board in their bodies and their lives were astonishing. But very quickly, before I go any further, I want to let you know that you are in the right place. So if you have this little voice or feeling telling you that you're in your own way of losing weight, well, that's exactly how Cynthia felt before losing 32 pounds with us. So you are in the right place. And if you're tired of weight loss fads and gimmicks that are really difficult to stick to and hard to see results from, well, that's how Jen felt before losing 47 pounds with us. So this is the right place for you. And if you've struggled so much to make the necessary time for yourself to actually work out and eat right because you're always caring for people around you and that endless huge to-do list, well, that's exactly how Trina felt before losing 46 pounds with us. So you are in the right place. And if you've tried so many times to lose weight and you're feeling frustrated or angry or overwhelmed and hopeless, and that's how Katie felt before she lost 29 pounds with us. So you're in the right place. And if you look in the mirror and you have no idea who that woman is that's staring back at you anymore, and you know that there's just something more to your life than being a mom or being a partner, well, that's exactly how Gina felt before losing 12 pounds and 6% body fat with us. So you are in the right place. And to prove to you that you're in the right place, I'm giving you a complete healthy holiday meal cookbook at the end of this training. So be sure you stick through the entire training content to stay a little more fit this holiday season and to learn some really awesome stuff that you can apply right now, totally free. So over the last decade, I have helped thousands of women, regardless of age, regardless of hormone levels, regardless of fitness experience, regardless of starting point. And I have helped all these women without the gimmicks, without being hungry and miserable and restricted, and without feeling left out of their own lives with family and holidays and vacations, and without feeling frustrated and guilty. And at the same time, these women have gained clarity about who they are and what they want. They've gained confidence in themselves. They've gained belief in their capabilities, and they have a powerful drive to make their goals a reality. So, how did they do it? Well, simple. I've taught these women my process to completely change their external state by changing their internal state. And I developed this process over the course of the last decade while devouring content from incredible thinkers like Tony Robbins and Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton and Brene Brown and Mel Robbins and Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer, so many. But in that time, I finally cracked the code on the connection between the physical state and the mental state when it comes to weight loss. And then I put together the simplest, most enjoyable, and most sustainable process you'll ever come across to lose weight and keep it off forever. So today, I want to break down for you a tiny piece of one of the dozens of techniques that we dig deep into in my VIP transformation program. And we're going to talk here about the two most powerful weight loss techniques you can apply today that have nothing to do with calories or exercise and everything to do with the power of your mind. So one of my favorite Tony Robbins quotes is, "When did you decide who the person is that you are?" So let's break down what that means and how you can apply this to losing weight right now. See, most of us are walking around as this version of ourselves that we've been for years and maybe decades. And this version of ourselves was probably decided on when we were really young. At some point, we created a story about who we are and what we're capable of. So if you've had a long-term struggle to lose weight and keep it off, your story probably goes something like, I have a slow metabolism. I've always struggled with my weight. It's just so much harder now because I'm older. Weight loss is really hard. It takes a lot of sacrifice. Does that sound anything like what you say? Or maybe your story goes even deeper and you tell yourself things like, I don't have enough willpower to lose weight. I'm not dedicated enough. I'm not smart enough to figure all this out. I'm so ugly. I'm so fat. Why is this so easy for everyone and not easy for me? I'm worthless. Does that sound like anything that maybe you have ever said to yourself or thought about yourself? Right? So there's 3 key elements that I need you to learn here about these stories that you're telling yourself. And after we talk through these elements, I'm going to tell you exactly how to begin changing your story to immediately start losing weight. Okay. So the first element that you need to understand about your story is that your stories have created this decision of who you are, your identity. So if you tell yourself you're getting older and weight loss is just harder now, then you've decided that you are an older person who weight loss is harder for. And that's your identity. If your story is that you've always been overweight and nothing's worked to change that, then your identity is that you are an overweight person who nothing has worked for. Okay. And that's a very powerful thing to be saying. So the second item that I need you to understand about your story is that it probably came from somebody else, okay? Maybe your mom was overweight too, and you watched her diet and struggle. Maybe you got bullied and made a decision a long time ago that you weren't pretty enough or thin enough or good enough. Maybe you had an ex-partner who was really unkind to you or made you feel uncomfortable. Maybe it's even a current partner, okay? But what happens is that you have taken other person's thoughts and ideas and created a story, a picture of who you are based on someone else's thoughts. And this is such a subconscious programmed action that we don't even notice it's happening. But this is what will keep you stuck, okay? So the third element of your story that you need to understand is that they keep you perpetually stuck in weight loss if you don't change them, okay? This is because, as Tony Robbins says, we act in accordance to who we think we are. So if you think you're an athlete, you're going to act like an athlete, and you'll have a very different set of behaviors than someone who thinks that they are old and overweight. Your attachment to your story as who you are shifts the thoughts you have and the actions that you are ultimately going to take to get fit. Does that make sense? Okay. And there is a really big cost to living in an old story. If you don't learn to create new stories, you will keep on trying and failing every fad thing that comes out. You'll keep on buying programs and then not making time to use them. You'll keep on buying veggies and letting them wilt in the back of your fridge. You'll keep on feeling stuck and not liking the woman that you see in the mirror. All because the identity you created for yourself isn't that of someone who is fit, someone who's successful, someone who's capable. Your story has shifted your identity and is holding you down from taking appropriate action. So, are you ready to learn how to change this? Cool. Well, I have got 2 easy methods for you that if you apply right now will begin to change your story and your identity into one of confident, in control, and capable female who can and will lose weight. And in this way, we will change your outcomes. Are you ready? Okay, so method 1, change your state. As Tony Robbins says, your state determines how you think and feel. Your state is your energy, your physicality, and significant scientific research actually shows us now the effectiveness of creating an energy shift to change the way you are thinking. And understand this, once you shift the way you are thinking, that story, you are instantly empowered to take a different and more effective course of action, okay? So let's say you're actively trying to lose weight. You come home from work and you're tanked. You've barely eaten all day. The kids need dinner. There's laundry to do. All you want to do is sink into the couch, right? So the state that you are currently in is drained, overwhelmed, exhausted, most likely frustrated and resentful too, okay? And this state keeps that couch looking really, really good, right? Okay. And so here's what you need to do. Next time you feel this way, Next time you're confronted with that workout you just don't want to do, or you're telling yourself that you're too tired and you can't possibly make time, take 3 deep breaths in and out, counting 6 seconds in and 2 forceful seconds out. So it's going to look like this. Okay, a whole bunch of force out. So oxygenating your blood and your brain instantly gives you more energy. Okay, then I want you to imagine yourself in a situation that has tons of excitement attached to it. Maybe it's Christmas or the morning when you wake up and get on a plane for vacation, like something that really gets you jazzed up. And I want you to get that image clearly in your head. Really feel the excitement, the happiness, the joy, the desire, the energy. And then lastly, with this really exciting feeling coursing through your veins, lift your arms up overhead. I'm not joking here, and shout out loud with joy, I can't wait to do this workout. Really, really, like you are an audience member on Oprah and you just won a car. Okay, really feel the excitement and get yourself into that shifted state of energized desire. Now, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I promise you that if you actually apply this technique, you will immediately change the way that you're feeling, which will alter the story you're telling yourself from one of exhaustion and overwhelm to one of anticipation and energy. As Tony says, your state determines how you think and feel. So when you go into an excited, energized state, your brain will help you think of stories to support that state. In this way, a new state can instantly equal a new story. And once we alter this story of your day, we alter the actions you take next, from sitting on the couch to getting up and actually doing something. How cool is that? And it's so simple. So my second powerful method you can apply today to instantly start losing weight is to shift your focus. As Tony puts it, focus equals feeling. Focus equals direction. Focus shapes everything. See, what you focus on, you're going to feel, even if it's maybe not true. And what many of you don't realize is that you're actually deciding to focus on. With every thought you think or don't think, you're making that decision of what to focus on, which means you're completely in control of how you feel. And feelings will change your state, which again will change your actions and your outcomes. So let's put this into the context of weight loss again. Let's use the example that we just talked about, where you come home and you're really resentful about your day and you're really tired. When you're feeling this way, what are you focusing on? The tiredness, the to-do list, the overwhelm, right? The feeling of just not wanting to get up and move your body. Now, if that's where your focus is, that's what you're going to feel more of. You're going to notice more things you have to do, and you're going to pay attention to feeling tired and unmotivated. You're probably even going to say something out loud, like, I'm super unmotivated right now. I just want to sit here, okay? So your brain is wired to see more of what you think about. That's why when you buy a new car, you always see more of that same car on the road, okay? So by thinking any thought, you are telling your brain that thought is important and to pay attention for more of that same thought. Which means if you continue to think about the exhausted reality that exists for you at the end of your day, you're only going to get more of those feelings, and you're never going to empower yourself enough to get up and take action. Does that make sense? So how exactly do you shift your focus then? Well, since focus is all about emotion, we need to shift your emotional state. And in my VIP transformation program, I have our rockstar women do this really simple exercise that I'm going to teach you right here. And this is how we change their focus. And as a byproduct, we change their actions and their outcomes. Okay. So I want you to get out a piece of paper and I want you to write down all of the incredible things you feel after you do a workout. Okay. Women in my program have said things like empowered, badass, in control, proud, energized, ready to conquer the world. So write down your own list. Okay. Really, you can pause this, you can write that down, and you can come right back here. Okay. So then with your eyes closed, imagine yourself after your workout. See yourself feeling each of those words from your list. Like really focus on each of those words and the feeling that it could produce inside of you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and go get that workout done. Now, we haven't removed the negative circumstances that you were focusing on before, right? But what we've done so easily here is given your brain something new to pay attention to, something empowering to feel. And that feeling is the motivation that's going to propel you to take action when you don't want to. And it's literally the secret sauce to finding motivation, okay? So there you have it. 2 incredibly simple, amazingly effective techniques that you can apply today to shift your habits, start losing weight, and feel good doing it. So if this resonated with you, if you had a light bulb aha moment in here, then you are my kind of woman. And I want to invite you to my free 5-day detox challenge, where you're going to get a meal plan and a daily workout video. But most importantly, you're going to get 5 days of free live coaching from me on topics like what we covered today. Okay. Each day of my challenge coaching has been carefully crafted to get you out of your own way and finally shift your habits to lose weight and keep it off for good. Okay. So on day 1, we cover why living in the facts is the only way to success and how to do this. On day 2, we talk about forging that new you in order to actually identify your dream body and life. During day 3, I reveal the secret of why you're stuck that most fit pros literally are not talking about and won't ever tell you. And I'm going to tell you how to move past this big roadblock. On day 4, you're going to learn how to guarantee your success by shifting your surroundings. And on our last day together, you're going to hear the Raw Fitness 4-pillar strategy to easy and lasting weight loss. Okay. We only host a few challenges a month, but we start and end together inside of a private Facebook group. So there's tons of support and accountability. And did I mention it is totally free, 0 strings attached. Okay. My mission is to help as many women as possible realize their full potential and fall back in love with themselves by creating a fit body and a fit mind. So if you're ready, there's a challenge coming up really soon. You can grab your free spot now by clicking the link below this video. I hope to see you there. It is go time.